Have this feeling, haven't felt for so long. Took a hold of me and won't let go. I've been sleeping. Have this feeling, haven't felt for so long. Took a hold of me and won't let go. I've been sleeping, caught me off my guard. 'Cause you're in my space and now I'm so.
Just a little bit.
Won't let you go to my head, 'cause I know I'm dealing with the devil. But I'm standing with my heart in your hand, and I'm too deep into win this gamble. Pull me towards you, and I cannot fight it. My head's underwater, I try to disguise it. Want you to hold me, though we haven't spoken. I need that something to get me. Are only a shot away from me to be my everything. 'Cause you are only a shot away from me to be my everything.
Hello everyone.
Don't know if this is working.
We are having some major internet. I don't know. I think we're having some internet issues. Can you guys see and hear us? I don't know. The playing of the intro video was really sketchy. So anyway, I'm going to start greeting people and just pretend like you can hear and see us. Hopefully you can. So I see Holly Ayers. Hey Holly, hi sweet friend. I see Two Speed. Sup guys, listening to you guys while watching the Ducks versus Hurricanes game. Oh, fun. Thank you for being here, Two Speed and Holly. Naughty Cruiser, Travel Vlogs. Hi Mike, so good to see you. Thank you for being here. Look at the Z Show Cruise Fun says, yes, I can hear you, my little sister and Nurse Nancy and my brother-in-law Anthony. Well, cheers to you and your fireball, Z Show Cruise Fun. Norma, oh, Norma, I never saw you on that ship, and I wanted to. Oh, I'm so disappointed. But Norma is See the World with Chris's mama, and so sweet. And I felt disappointed that I didn't get to hang with her, but I was all over on that ship and definitely hanging out with family. So see and hear with a little leg. Thank you, Just Dave, for letting us know. I don't know, the internet is acting kind of fluky Anthony's going to look at problem solving that. I
I'm
think
kind
he's
of looking at it right
trying to look at it right
now. So if
now.
I'm looking down and not at you.
So thank you for being here. Hubner, hi, Jinx on the high seas. Hi, Kim and Eric. So good to see you. It was so good to cruise with you guys. Karen Griswold, hello, hello. Blaine and Mallory. Hi, Rayleigh Creative Travel. Thank you for being here. Shout out to the Mod Squad, Anthony and Rayleigh Creative Travel, and D&J Explorers Mod Squad.
hey.
Thank you guys so much for all you do. I see John Wilkes Booth. I don't even know what that comment is. So I'm just, that's interesting. Gina Hoover. Hello, hello, Gina. Cheryl Rosinski, did you enjoy the snow today, Cheryl? We had snow, not too bad. It wasn't too much, but we had a little bit of snow, which means it's kind of getting to a white Christmas, you guys. So it's kind of fun. As long as we live in the north, you might as well have a white Christmas. D&J Explorers, thank you guys for being here. So appreciate you being here too. Mary Ellen Dillon, I am sorry that you're going through all that you're going through. I saw your comment saying that you had a little bit of pain, but my phone is not on silence. I am so sorry. So, all right. We got the Mod Squad working hard. Way to go, Blaine. Thank you so much for doing that hammer that interesting character. I'm just changing the camera angle a little bit. So Crazy Cat Traveler, it's sad that is it cat? It's so good to see you. Meow, Crazy Cat Traveler. She says, is it sad that the highlight of my week is the melting of the Seattle snow? Why am I not on a cruise? Why aren't you on a cruise? You cruise a lot, girl.
Our snow melted off. We got kind of
it was kind of. I'd rather have the snow than the freezing rain, though, any day. So the snow is actually prettier. Darren, I see Darren Bigfoot Parker here. Hello, hello. Thank you for being here. Masters Game. Hi, Mike.
Hello, Mike.
So good to see you. Snow? Oh no, says the naughty cruiser. Well, it's nice to have the snow, and then it's nice to get away from the snow. Come January.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it. You're getting into the season,
right? You got to have your snowmen that you build, and it just felt
not the sneeze in the season.
No sneezing. No snow in Kenosha today, says Cheryl. Just probably overcast,
I think they're
rainy,
settling down.
slushy.
It's going up again. Yeah.
Oh, what is with the internet? Yeah. I gotta say that we have not seen a great improvement yet in having the pizza box, the Starlink, but we kind of knew that was a risk because we're not in the area really, so that the satellites cover. So we're hoping.
We're still using our other internet.
Yeah, we're using Bertram Internet, which is like a dish, like a
microwave.
Like a microwave. Yep. So it warms up our live stream, and that's how we're getting to you now.
Like a microwave.
Hi, Lindsay Koosgaard. Hello, Lindsay.
Hello.
Mike from Nebraska's wife. Oh, he's picking up the kiddo from basketball, but wanted to say hello. Thank you, Mike and Lindsay. Thanks for saying hello. Appreciate you guys being here. Naughty Cruiser says, yeah, I'll build a snowman out of beach sand. Well, that's a good way to go to.
We were just, was that Kenny Chesney that we were singing earlier?
Oh, yeah. What was the song name?
Yes, All I Want for Christmas is a Real Good
Tan. A real good tan. I'm trying to work on not overdoing the tan, but sun does make it warms my soul. So Karen Griswold says, solar flares and solar storms this week. Internet is wonky here too. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know. Thank you for bearing with us, you guys, everybody that has. Hi, Jamie Wilhite. So good to see you. Thank you for being here. And temporary internet outage. Anthony just got a notification. Awesome. Great timing. They timed it perfectly. Well, we're going to keep on talking. Brittany Anderson has a birthday, celebrating her birthday on and off since Thanksgiving when my husband and I were in Orlando. So continue those birthday celebrations.
Game.
And that's Mike.
I know.
That's Mike and Marissa. So, hey, good to see you. So good to see you. Oh, Sharon at Sea.
Hello, Sharon at Sea.
Hi, Sharon at Sea. Way to go with your cruise tips. You
Yeah.
guys, if you haven't, check out Sharon's daily cruise tips. She's got 3 cruise tips every day. And even though she lost her voice, she has rested it and used honey, like tea and honey, and then she found her voice again. So doing on the mend, you know.
It's hard, you know, because sometimes you set it down and you don't know where your voice is gone. You know, sometimes it's sitting on your head.
After cruising, you know, after you're cruising 2 weeks of cruising, obviously she has reason to have
you
lost
get kicked
it.
in the throat.
She's been talking with
there's all sorts of reasons.
Talking with Tony and Jenny in cahoots.
Oh, yeah.
With Larry and Elaine Thomas, you know, all the people. Norma said she's been enjoying SAST's travel tips. I enjoy them. Sometimes I don't always agree with them, but
hey,
I do enjoy them.
Hi,
Carl. So good to see you. Thank you for being on here. I wanted to just hang on. I have to figure out how to get. How do I get up here? Z Show Cruise Fun wants to know if we have booked a cruise on Icon of the Sea. What do we do with Icon of the Sea? Did I look at it?
It's too much of an icon.
I did look at it. I did not book it.
Too much of an icon.
It's money, money, money. Plus, we had another cruise that got booked that is my gal, Sarah. If you know Q's Cruisers, I'm very close with my Sarah. I go cruising with her at least once a year for a Sancy, Sarah and Nancy, Sancy. So we do our Sancy Girls Cruise and have a blast. It's Sarah's birthday week on that first Icon of the Seas sailing.
So if you're wondering about the ship, Icon is actually an acronym, and right now is when you look at the prices for it, you say, I see. Oh no.
He's just making that up. Don't believe a thing that he says about Icon, but it is kind of, it was, the prices were.
When you look at the prices, you go, I see.
But you know what? No. Sharon at Sea is doing a more reasonable group cruise in March on Icon. I'd like to jump on that one.
What's reasonable?
Can't do it all.
$50,000
do it all. No, when I was looking at that first sailing of Icon, it was just pricey. Let's just leave it at that.
Actually,
but it's exciting. It's so exciting, that new cruise ship. Definitely. I would like to be on there. The Z Cruise show Cruise Fun. Are you booked on that? That's what I want to know.
The thing is that if you were on Icon of the Sea, you might accidentally fall off to be able to swim in the ocean for a while and get lots of YouTube.
Oh my goodness. It's interesting, right? The news and all of that of the gentleman. I'm glad that he is saved.
I'm very glad.
And that, I mean,
it's amazing.
If you guys haven't heard that there was somebody in the water for like 20 minutes.
28-year-old guy.
Yeah, like was it 20 minutes or was it hours? I think it was hours, actually. Yeah, he's getting lots of publicity. He has no idea how he fell or if he fell or not. Maybe there's more drama than we know. Oh my goodness.
I know how that is. You can forget things.
Gina Bird is here. Gina and Matt just got off of sailing on Celebration with Sharon and Jamie and Lalita Loca. And it was good to see them in the pictures. So definitely good to see you. Hello. You know what? Oh, Derek and Gregory are saying, show some love. Oh, thank you so much, you guys. I so appreciate you. And I apologize if the internet is not ideal. I would love it to be ideal. We'll keep on working on it.
Coast Guard.
Lindy Coast Guard. That's Mike's from Nebraska's wife. We said hello to her already.
We did.
Doing good 519. And how are you? Oh, look at the Ken Sessa says the next giggle fest with Sarah. So our giggle feast. We do have a ton of fun. We are just silly, and she brings out, we kind of bring out the fun in each other. So it is fun sailing together with friends like that. So hang on a second. I'd rather be with Sarah than on Icon, says Jamie. So yeah, Sarah is booking a group cruise kind of thing. Not really an official group cruise, but a birthday cruise. So check out her Facebook page. Sharon at Sea is actually booking that out for her. So if you're interested in coming with Sarah and I in 2024, that will be like the last week in January of 2024. It's going to be on Symphony of the Seas. So looking forward to that. That's a big Oasis class ship. We haven't done Oasis, or Sarah and I have done Royal with that first cruise out together. We haven't done a girls cruise together, but Anthony's going to be on that one too. So it'll be good.
So for everybody that was wondering about
that's not a girls cruise.
So everybody who was wondering about my comments about IC, no for the Icon. The reality, if you watched our show last week, we talked a little bit about the issues that are going on in the cruise industry with trying to come back online and trying to become profitable again.
Yeah.
So I'm all for Carnival doing profitability. And in fact, I think going forward, we may see prices along the lines of that long term. But for right now, I don't think that's
Norwegian actually puts out there kind of they kind of tout that they are charging more for a more quality product. And they have a lot of people who are looking for that. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm a cheapskate, so I like a quality product for as little money as possible.
Cheapskates, she ends up having to go to the hospital for it.
Oh yeah, that's ice skate cheapskates. Let's not do that. If you don't know, I broke my knee. I broke my knee ice skating on a cruise. So yes, indeed. Sharon Etsy says hashtag more reasonable. Yes. So Angela Nemechek, hello. So good to see you. Thank you for coming here tonight. So Crazy Cat Traveler says, I don't understand why our Royal Caribbean stopped adding solo cabins to their newer ship. And that I don't understand, because I know there's a lot of solar cruisers. I think they solar cruisers, like
sun cruisers.
Yes.
Solar cruisers.
Oh man, that's who I am. I'm a solar
She's
cruiser.
A solar cruiser.
I go out there and
I think they're going more for the solar cruisers than they are the solo cruisers.
I think that they think that they can get more money that way. Unfortunately, possibly. I don't know.
And the other thing too,
if they can fill a big ship with double occupancy, then they're going to go for that for more profitability. I think that's my opinion. I don't know. It's not fair for the solo cruisers.
It is. I agree. I agree. And I do think too that they're trying to figure out how to deal with that vibe online. So I think that there's some questions when they tried that, and then just trying to figure out how that all works.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I'm just going through the conversations here. A lot of people are saying, it was 20 hours at sea. I don't know where I got the minutes from, but I had a 20.
There's a lot of time.
20 in my head.
There's a lot of time. The guy's having a hard time staying up if you watch the video.
Oh my gosh, and swimming with sharks and all kinds of stuff. So thankfully he saved, and every life is worthwhile.
Absolutely.
Every single life is worthwhile.
Absolutely.
So who knows?
So glad he made it. I mean, it's an amazing story.
A lot of
hats off to the coach.
A little bit of cynicism, I feel like, of people who are like, oh yeah, sure, you didn't know how you fell off,
and the ship that had spotted him. Because if he had not been spotted by that ship that was in the area, he would never have been found.
Right? Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
So because he didn't have a life ring, it was just by chance,
Derek and Gregory now says internet looks good. Maybe it's settled in. Maybe the internet settled in. But yeah. Paul PSV Odyssey is here. So good to see you, Paul. Thank you for being here.
Hello.
And I see a couple new names too that joined Cruise Nuts. And we always kind of like to give a little shout out.
We're like bar nuts.
We're like one big family. Ooh, I've been wanting to kind of change my greeting to Hello Nautical Family, because it reminds me a little bit of what the the cruise directors online when they're coming over the intercom, a lot of times they say, well, at least Lee said, hello, celebration family. And I like that because I feel like you are like our we are all, we're all different. And
I'm the weird uncle.
we don't always get along, but we still can be family. So I like
I
that
just gotta look.
saying. So yes, Sharon said it's a Sancy group cruise. So definitely, if anybody's interested, and it's not only the girls
Retro
cruise.
Sarge.
Yeah. Oh, Retro Sarge.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for being here. That's Tony, brother.
Oh.
So that's who Retro Sarge is. I'm very honored. Thank you for being here, Retro Sarge. So yeah, so we do have a group
Dr.
cruise.
Tony.
What, Dr. Tony?
Yes,
Yes, almost
Dr.
Dr. Tony.
Yes.
Which he said he doesn't want to be called that.
No.
So that's good.
So we'll not call him Dr. Tony. Even though we want to call him Dr. Tony,
well, he's not
call
there
him
yet,
Dr.
but he is getting his doctorate. So
Okay,
that's
almost
that's
Dr.
what's
Tony.
cool.
Can we call him
But-
almost Dr. Tony?
You can call him that. He
He doesn't want to be called that, though.
He probably won't
Just
mind.
teasing.
Oh my gosh.
Tony, if you're listening, I'm just teasing. You know it.
We love Tony, man.
Yes, we do. He's
Absolutely. He's inspirational. Just
you know what? Actually, everybody that I have met on the cruises has been absolutely phenomenal. And if they're not phenomenal, they're entertaining. And so
including us sometimes, right?
Yes,
Oh my
exactly.
gosh, we can be that for sure. So Sharon at Sea and I do have a girls only group cruise. It's the Girls Just Want to Have Fun
girls
group
only,
cruise
guys.
that is happening April 13th of next year. So if any gals out there are interested in that still, it is
that your birthday week?
it is the week before, it's April 13th. So it's the week before my birthday, actually. But it's a Girls Just Want to Have Fun group cruise. So contact Sharon. So Sharon is Sharon at Sea at gmail.com. And the first at is written out AT. So also contact Sharon.
It's
I
not
know
the ad symbol.
I'm giving a little commercial for Sharon, but
Not
she's
doing
a
it.
great travel agent. She'll follow up with you. And then if you're interested in this other Sancy birthday cruise, really it's Sarah's birthday cruise in 2024, contact Sharon because she's booking that and it should be a fun time. It is fun to cruise with cruise family. There's nothing like that. It's just an amazing feeling. So speaking of family, there is a family member right here
She's
in the
a mainstay
room.
of this channel.
Oh, yes.
So
and
we're going to bring in our girl, I think.
Yeah, let's do that. I see Dave and Brandy's
I'm getting the look again.
excursions
I get
in
this
there.
regular.
So
I know, but it's still my look.
oh, well, let's boot him. Let's boot the man. Let's boot my man out for just
Das
a moment.
Boot.
Das Boot.
Or the boat, or the ship. Das Boot.
Well, it's better than a shoey.
Oh yeah.
Careful.
Woo! He had just about spilled the pins.
Fire and alcohol on that table together.
Hi, Laura Allen. Thank you so much for being here. She says hello from Chicago. Tess. So Sarah is having a special birthday cruise. So, and of course, Anthony and I have to be on there. So it's not really Sancy because Sancy usually happens secretively, and it's just Sarah and I on a getaway. We film our goofiness, and it's there's something just so nice about escaping on a cruise, just the two of us, and no pressures of like doing a lot of vlogging. We can just kind of put our hair down, and not that we can't otherwise, but we don't plan it out specifically. There's Henry. Is that do you want me to throw him again?
No.
What's his name? Herbert. I was gonna call him Henry. That's not Henry.
Like Sherbert.
Oh, some people are saying hello to you.
Hi guys.
So, there's. Oh man, let's
that's-
see. Yeah, that's Carl.
Yeah.
So I wanted to respond to Tessa's question real quick. So Sarah's doing a birthday cruise in 2024. Contact Sharon at Sea. If you want more details, it's on Symphony of the Seas. It's on Royal. January, the end of January 2024. So that's when it is, and it's going to be amazing. So anyway, you're going to say, that's Blaine and Mary. We got to sit with them on our cruise. On Celebration, Blaine and Mallory.
Hi.
And who else is here? Everybody's saying hello. Karen. And yes, so if you don't know, this is our daughter, Hannah. So I know you guys know Hannah. So Hannah went on our cruise with us as a family cruise. And family cruises are very different than other cruises. They're a little tricky because siblings in families don't always get along perfectly. Look at there, something for the future cruise fun. Thank you for Sergeant Richard. Oh, thanks, Richard. Really appreciate that. Oh, that's so sweet of you. I think he likes to go by Rich, I believe. I could be wrong. Not Richie, never Richie or Ricky. Thank you so much. I'll give you a heart too. There we go. Thank you for the cruise fund.
Hi, Sharon.
Oh, sweet.
I gave you a hi. When's my next cruise?
Oh, Hannah.
I don't
and when's
know.
your next cruise?
If I can
Jamie.
afford it, I would like to get in on the girls' cruise. But we'll see what my budget is like.
She's working on independence and trying to get there. And she's really good with her finances. So yeah, you got some new earrings that you got on our travels as well, right?
Yeah, it's a little
Oh, Tess, thank you so much. So do you see that here? Yeah. So those are her new jellyfish. Jellies. She got them down in Florida.
the shell factory.
Yeah. So yeah, we went to the world's largest shell factory. It's an interesting place. So Tess Alman, thank you, Tess. Merry Christmas. Looking forward to seeing you again in January. I can't wait, girl. Definitely. Thank you so much for the super chat. Got my heart here for you. Thank you. So oh, look at jellyfish, Satan of the sea, LOL, says Tess.
Some of them are nice.
Some of them are pretty cool, for
Some of
sure.
them are cool, and some of them are completely harmless.
Yeah. So, Sharon says it was great to see the whole Plactastic family together. I hope everyone had a great time.
I had a great time.
Everyone did. Naomi probably struggled the most because she is full on in these studies that are very intense. What I didn't realize is Naomi needs to study 8 hours a day for these classes that she's taking. She's in anesthesiology assistant program. It's a very condensed, hard class. She's going to be basically like a physician's assistant, but for an anesthesiologist when she's all done. But she has 3 years of this, and this semester is like one of the hardest. And Naomi had to study a lot on this trip, and it was hard for her. It was hard for her to balance her study and work and playtime. So that got hard for her, as you can understand. So definitely. But everybody did have a great time on this cruise, and it was great to have the family together. It's just different cruising as a family versus cruising as a couple, or even like mom-daughter cruising. I think in the future, if we take our kids on cruises, we might take them one at a time just to be able to concentrate on them a little bit better. A little less, drama too sometimes. So, Hannah's not going to be on the big January cruise, says Alfred Inglesby. So that is a big one. What'd you say? I didn't know there was one. Yeah, there's one called the Vloggers Extravaganza. It's at the very end of January. So it's on the NCL ship. So yeah, it's a lot of people. No, Hannah's not on that one, unfortunately, Alfred. But so good to see you. Hello to you and Melody. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Julie Amos. We know Julie. Hey, Julie and Matthew. So good to see you.
Very,
Oh.
very Midwest Christmas.
Angela, thank you so
Angela.
much. Angela is so sweet. If you haven't met Angela, you will love Angela. I haven't actually met Angela in person, but I've been watching her on Derek and Gregory's vlogs. She went on a princess cruise with Derek and Gregory from D&G Explorers. So check out their cruise together. It looks like they had so much fun. I think it was Princess. Oh man, all after a while, all this kind of blends together. Thank you, Angela. Much love to you. I can't wait to meet you in person. Studies, yeah, Tess says studies. That's why my girls don't cruise with me anymore. They have kids in middle school. They don't want to take them out of schools just in time for me to discover group cruises. And that is part of the joy of group cruises, is that you can feel like you can talk with other people. Hopefully, Julie I hope you felt, Julie, like you could communicate. I know that you bonded with people in the group. I know I was busy with my family a lot of the time, but Julie was able to kind of connect with other group cruisers and not feel like she was just by herself on that cruise. So that is a benefit of the group cruising for sure. Let's see. Tess Elmons asked if any of my kids are going to be on the Vloggers cruise. Not right now, no. They are all in the midst of their money making, money saving, getting their permanent, like what they're doing with their careers, with their schooling. They're all in that process. So not for the Vloggers extravaganza, not at this time. So, hey, Hannah, says Bill, what are you drinking tonight?
I made myself a Pim's cup.
A Pim's cup. If you guys don't know, Pim's number 1, it's a British liqueur, fruit-based.
Fruit cordial.
I'm drinking a little bit of Red's Wicked hard apple cider. So I've been into the hard apple ciders lately, actually. So Hannah likes the Pim's Cup. And did they have Pim's Cup on Celebration?
They did at the
Latitudes.
Latitudes.
Yeah. We never got to see a Latitude show. Did you?
I got to see the beginning of
We
one.
tried to
It was
check.
right at dinner time.
It was
every time.
Every day. It was at dinner time. We tried to see them throughout the day when they didn't, when it wasn't dinner time, and then they had technical difficulties and we couldn't see the show. But it's kind of a spontaneous thing.
I found your Pim's Cup.
Yes.
No, it was in the Latitudes.
No, in the Latitudes, but she did find it. Yes.
I got the Latitudes one.
Yeah. Pim's Cup in the Golden Jubilee.
I
I think she meant Latitudes, though. Yes, and that's where she told me to look. Yeah, for sure. She actually posted to me to make sure that I told Hannah there's a Pim's Cup there. And Sharon tried the Pim's Cup for the first time.
A couple of people did that we were cruising with.
Yes.
And everybody who tries it likes it. It's a really good
It's
drink.
very refreshing.
It's like something you want to have on like a hot summer afternoon.
Yeah. Yep. It's easy to drink, actually.
Mm.
So, and Julie said she had so much fun, spent a little time with a bunch on the group, didn't want to dominate any one person's time. I felt like because it was a family cruise and a group cruise, I concentrated a lot more on family, which was good. It was really good family time. I did not get as much time with the group as I wanted to, but you know what? That actually is usually the case with me.
To be fair, we did, because we were doing family things, we did get stuck in absurdly long queues.
Yeah, sometimes. And then like for Bolt, and then they were checking the systems to make sure it wouldn't fail on us, which was good, but it took a while in the Bolt line for sure, even though you make reservations.
Especially since you have to consider that this is
And we had 6 people
sailing.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yep.
So Bolt is probably still getting like the fine tuning.
Yeah.
Especially considering it's
at
only the
sea.
second one they've made.
And the saltwater is hard on things in general, metal and all of that. The ships are constantly fighting against the salt content in the water, right? You want to talk about that a little bit? Hannah has something to talk about.
That says Save the Chubby Mermaids.
And where is it
It
from?
is from Manatee Park, Punta Gorda, Florida.
So, no, that's from Fort Myers. Fort Myers. Manatee Park is in Fort Myers,
Is it?
close to Punta Gorda, though. So, tell us about that. Save the chubby manatees. What is
So-
Manatee Park like?
When when I was staying in Florida for a little while after the cruise, we just took a day and went to Manatee Park. It's not just me, you know.
I also went. I went with Hannah. So we were exploring the area. Went to Manatee Park. It was early. It's early in the season.
Yeah.
Right now in December, it's just starting to be the season for the
So-
manatees to come up. So the
Manatees-
manatees, you want to explain a little,
Yes.
or I can explain too.
Manatees, when the seasons change so the Gulf gets a little colder in the winter, and the manatees seek out warmer river waters, and so they come to Manatee Park specifically because it has a electrical plant, and they cool the equipment with river water, and then it's clean river water. It's just used to cool the stuff, and they put the heated river water back into the river. And the manatees love it because it's like 90 degrees
It
year round.
is.
It's so warm.
They have
They have thermometers. in the water.
thermometers to show you what the water temperature is all along that output, and that goes out into the river, and the manatees can come up from the Gulf
Mhm.
and get warm. Since it's getting cold, they like to get up into where it's warm.
So normally the season is like mid-December
Yeah.
through May.
Yeah, like April.
Like
yeah,
May.
March, April, something like that. It's
Like
not too
when
long.
the Gulf starts to warm up again. So
So we went and
we
thinking,
went at like the end of November. It was like November 28th, November 29th,
yeah, something like that.
something
Yep.
like that.
So we really didn't think that we were going to see any manatees at all. And then,
But to be fair, the park itself
oh, it's
is
beautiful.
really pretty.
Yes, we didn't even go out to see the manatees at first because we're like, oh, we probably
We
won't
won't
see
see 'em.
any. So
So we
let's
were
just
just
look at the park.
We were looking at the park, and it's a really pretty park. They've
So
got these
pretty.
gigantic southern oaks, and they're
The
like they're
plants
huge.
are all labeled and there's information about all of them. It's kind of like your old school kind of park with, it's
Like
just
a plant
beautiful.
walk.
Yes,
It's
and they
really
have like a
nice.
butterfly
They have a
garden for
butterfly
the
garden.
spring.
in the summer months.
So
when
we were going all around there, and then we came back to just look. We're like,
the
well, we
viewing
might as well
platform.
walk along the viewing platform, even though I don't think there's
She
going to
was
be
so
anything.
skeptical.
I am totally a skeptic. So, and then I'm like, there's a rock out there.
And I was
Why would
like-
there be a rock out in the water?
To me, I was like, I don't think that was there before. I think that was flat water before. And also, like, she was like, I was like, it could be a manatee. And she's like, but manatees, it's not moving. I'm like, they don't always move. Sometimes they just float there.
And
it was
it
a
was a
manatee because then it
manatee.
disappeared.
And then we're like, that was a manatee.
And
And
then
then
we saw a ton of
we
them.
saw so many. It was
There were so many.
so exciting. They like bob up above the water, and you see this little like gray type of, their backs they look like a little rock coming above the water.
It's like a little gray lump. Like not a little. They're pretty big. It's a large.
They are pretty large.
Gray.
But it was so exciting. Hannah said it was like more exciting than whale watching because you knew they were manatees. And then once you knew what you were watching for, so you watched the surface of the water and you'd watch for it to be disturbed with a little, rock coming up. And then before you know it, you'd hear a
see.
little,
Yeah.
and the little whiskered
nose would
face
come
would
up.
come
Their
up.
nose would come up and they would breathe. And it sounds similar if you've been whale watching, it sounds similar to the release of whales, but smaller.
Yeah.
They have
So,
this very similar sound.
yeah, they got this And it was just so
See their
spontaneous.
tails
It
pop
was
up.
it was really, really amazing. So we got to have that adventure. And then we went out a little further and they had kayaking around the manatees.
Mhm.
So we decided, why not? Let's go kayaking around the
Kayaking.
manatees. So we did.
And they have a really cute little gift shop too.
They
which is where I
did.
got
Oh,
this
yes.
shirt, and the proceeds go to helping the manatee habitat.
And it's super soft.
It's so
And
soft.
it was
and
only like
comfortable.
$23.
It's like
So
$20 for-
very
it's a
reasonable for a
normal-
t-shirt.
About normal. price
So
for a t-shirt.
we had a really exciting little adventure. We got to see their little flippers come up from time to time.
Little
You're
tails.
not supposed to really like pursue them, so you
Yeah.
really weren't supposed to get too close,
It's
but
like
let
the
them
same,
come
it's
up
the
to
same rules
you.
as like sea turtles or other endangered
Yes,
animals.
but
Like
it was
you don't
so-
approach them, they approach you.
So
But they-
exciting.
when you're in the kayaks, they'll totally like come up and look at you. Like they'll
like be
when
curious
you're
a
on
little
the
bit.
when you're on the sidewalk viewing platform, they don't normally like poke their whole head above the water. But they mostly just come up to breathe and bob around. But when you're in the kayak, they totally come up and look at you.
And so this is something that pre-cruise you could totally have a
Or
day
post-cruise,
or post-cruise.
if you have
You could have a
extra time.
day going. This is at Fort Myers area, so not too far from Tampa cruise port, or even like a few hours. It matters really where you're staying, or if you're on your way up to Orlando, you could kind of like take a little side route. But there's also other places. There's Crystal River in
Yeah,
Florida that
there's
has
a couple of
manatee, like
places
swimming with the
that you can
manatees.
do
Matt
manatee.
Allen from Fantastic Cruising. I was blanking on his channel, but he had done some swimming with the manatees in the Crystal River and snorkeling with the manatees, which really looked amazing, but very cold as well. Well,
I've
a little
swam with
colder
manatees
water.
before.
But Hannah, on her first cruise in Chankanaab, had a manatee encounter, right?
It's fun.
What was that like?
They
You
were
got,
so nice.
you got to feed them?
Yeah, they give you a whole head of cabbage, and they're like, "Here, give this to the one," and they love it. Like,
Are the rules different
They
down there?
just, yeah. Are the rules different in? You can
Well, 'cause
have the
those are-
manatee encounter.
so the ones in Chakanab are captive manatees, and they're ones that cannot be released.
Okay.
So for whatever reason, they can't be released back into the. Because
You
if
know
they
what?
can be released to the wild, they'll try to put them back so they can replenish wild manatee populations. But like some manatees become too accustomed to humans, too accustomed to feedings, and every time they go out into the wild, they'll try and rely on humans for feeding, and if they don't get humans, they'll starve. It's
Yeah.
actually a very common thing. So there's a
Yeah.
lot of manatees that have to remain in captivity.
And a lot of them do get injured and all of that. You can see scars on the wild ones
That's
too.
actually how you. It's really sad, but that's how you
Sometimes
identify.
you can see them.
a
Yeah, and
manatee. That is how
by
you
their
identify
scars.
a manatee, is by the boat scars it has.
I see Steve Morales in the chat. Hello, Steve. And Sharon says that you turned her on to the tasty Pimm's cup.
It's
so
good,
that's
isn't
awesome. PSV Odyssey loves a Pimm's cup. Oh, that's great. It's so fun. We're going to have a big following of Pimm's cups now.
One day
Oh,
when I can
man.
have my own group cruise.
Oh, Tess says, I'm all about
We'll all
saving
have
the
Pimm's cup
chubbies.
drinking.
Oh, Jamie says, I'll try your drink on the Vloggers Cruise in your honor. If they have Pimm's on, does anybody know if Norwegian has Pimm's? Number one. We're going to have to find out.
Well, because Royal did have the pin. So if they have, as long as they have,
Steve, I'll save the chubbies. The chubby manatees.
they're the chubby mermaids.
The mermaids. Chubby mermaids. Oh, boy.
But saving the chubby is good too.
Yeah. Oh,
But as
Lordy.
long as, so we found out that Royal Cruise Lines does carry Pimm's in most of their bars.
Yes.
The liquor. As long
It
as they
was
have the
definitely
liquor.
on Royal Caribbean.
If they have the
They
liquor,
make it a little different.
Yeah, they don't make it as well.
They make it with-
better.
What do they make it?
Well, because they don't
They
have
make
Coke
it
products.
with Yeah, they make it with is it with Sprite?
It's with serum mist.
It's yeah,
No,
Sprite.
Sprite. Because it's serum mist on.
Yeah, I don't know. It's different. I think they use orange juice too. They don't use cucumber in there. They don't use cucumber with their Pimm's cup.
No.
So somebody might like it who doesn't like cucumber and likes orange might like that better because it's like more of a citrusy. This one is more refreshing because of the cucumber. So Hannah puts in cucumber slices, and actually at on Carnival they muddled. Not muddled. They muddled some cucumber in the cup before they put it together. So for sure. Timothy Walter in the house. So good to see you, Timothy. I'm taking over. Hannah said that she has to do something and she's going to be right back. But thanks for letting us tell our little story about our experience with the manatees. It was really amazing. It was really a fun adventure to, she's going to show you the actual.
This is what
the
you're
bottle.
looking for on the ship. If you see, reflection. But it says pins on it.
Does it, if I go like this?
Yeah,
there. No, I can focus on that. That is what that is like.
That's the
The
bottle.
original number.
So if they have that
Number
liquor,
one
they
cup.
can make the drink.
Here.
So if you see this behind the counter, they can make the
Yes.
Pimm's cup.
There you go. So
if you want to know how to make it,
want to know
it's,
if
1 part
Norwegian
Pimm's
has
to
that.
1 part lemonade.
So the lemonade
shaken.
is essential.
And then topped with whatever clear
The lemon
lime soda. Sprite,
So
serum mist.
it's a fun drink.
one of
Timothy
those.
Walter in the house. So good to see you. Thank you for being here, my friend. I'm sorry that you've had a tough day. Lindy Lou also in the house. Hello, Lindy Lou. Hello, Nautical Crew, she says. Hello, girl. So let's see. Tess is not familiar with NCL drinks. We just blanked out there for a second there. Oh my goodness. Sea cow, says Carl,
Indeed.
CMPJ. Oh
Sea
man.
cows.
Julie says to do a vlog on NCL drinks. I still haven't shown my first breakaway vlog series, but I'm working on getting the celebration vlogs out there. Thank you guys for being patient with the vlogs. I appreciate it so much. In the Pacific Northwest, Steve says that he always says specific. That's how Steve says. In the Pacific Northwest, we have seals, big ones. Oh, that's so much fun. Lindy Lou, so good to see you. Thank you for popping in. Everybody's saying hello to Lindy Lou. Julie loves adventures around the animals, right? I mean, like the whale spotting and you're a nature lover for sure. And the snorkeling, there's so
We also
much.
went to a bird sanctuary.
Yes, yeah,
rehabilitation.
a
sanctuary.
wildlife rehabilitation center in Punta Gorda. So that was a lot of fun. So we got to do a lot of wildlife type of things with our time down in Florida. So that was exciting. I'm just trying to catch up with the chat. Hang on. Mercy asked if I want pictures tonight. I always love your pictures. Mercy Rodriguez in the house. I always love your pictures. You always make me smile. Mercy at the end of every live stream, she sends me a snapshot of she sometimes sends like highlights of the live stream, and it always usually makes me smile. Thank you so much, honey. Let's see. Mike from Nebraska asked if we have a favorite first drink on a cruise.
She totally does.
I absolutely do. You know what mine is?
You'd like to get the fun ship.
Fun ship all the way, baby. But that's usually Carnival. So on the other cruise lines, I think like a strawberry margarita. Rum punches are one of my favorites. But after a while, after the week goes on, the pineapple starts to like make my mouth get sore. Like so much of that citrusy pineapple, it wears me down. What about you guys? What's your favorite first drink? I think we've had this conversation before, but we might as well put it out there again. Or maybe not first drink, just favorite drink as the cruise goes on. And Steve wants to know who has cake. And Debbie Smith is in the house asking what's a PIMS. So that's what she just showed. Yeah, I think we're way behind. We're way, way behind. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry that we're way behind. I'm trying to get caught up on the chat. Jamie is asking any news on the missing suitcase. So if you weren't here last week, or if you were, we left a suitcase behind, a little carry-on sized suitcase. It got left at the port. We didn't even try to, it wasn't stolen. We didn't even try to take it. We just, with the flurry of everything and working with the porter, which was so nice.
Someone else had it.
It was just a mix-up, and we thought it was coming along, and it got left behind. I got contacted by Carnival this last week, and it is on its way. Now it's Federal Express, so who knows? Sometimes Federal Express takes a little while, but hopefully it will arrive soon. The representative from Carnival was so sweet. She actually gave me her contact information in case we got disconnected. I was thinking of asking Tony from Lolita Loca to pick it up and swing it by, because he was on his way from the celebration back to where he lives, and he probably was going to go right by our house. But for that amount of money, I was like, it was only $40 for the suitcase to get returned. Totally worth. Big mistake with a lot of my laundry and my clothing that I really wanted to have, and other items. The celebration book definitely is a big one that we wanted to have in that one. So it's coming. Hopefully by next week it'll be here. So thank you for asking that, Jamie. Let's see, I have to keep on trying to get caught up on the chat. Carl says Yankee Doodle.
Yankee Doodle.
I don't know. That's his favorite drink.
That's a favorite drink.
I don't even know what a Yankee Doodle is. Oh, I need to look that up. Oh, Carl, I'll have to check that out. I'm always looking for new drinks. Anthony says that the Yankee Doodle has macaroni. It called it macaroni, stuck a feather in his hat. Tess says, I like a good rum punch that isn't too sweet, only for one evening, and then I have to switch. I hear you on that. I don't have a favorite drink, but I lean toward martinis. I do like martinis. And the best bourbon they have on the rocks. Ooh, bourbon. Bourbon is strong for me still. But I can see that being enjoyable for sure. What'd you say about Bill Leach?
Kiss on the lips.
Kiss on Bill Leach. Do you like kisses on the lips? I'm always so silly. Oh my gosh. I totally embarrassed Beth more than once because of ordering having Eddie get her a kiss on the lips or something. Was I a dopey mom with that? I think I was. I was a little silly with it, but that's okay. Beth enjoyed this cruise so much, and it was really such a pleasure to have. Beth was Eddie's girlfriend, and she was able to come on her first cruise and had a great time. So it was great to have her along. And Hannah was in by Beth and Eddie, and that went well with your room, right? So
no complaints here.
No complaints. That's how we like it. Julie said, yes, love the animal tours. On our last cruise, we even swam with sharks and fed monkeys. So fun. That's great. Julie, oh man, I can't believe you actually swam with those sharks. Derek and Gregory said, I like different drinks. But on the Bliss, I love the pumpkin spice Guinness. Wow. So that's like a pumpkin spice strong beer. What? Oh, Steve Morales got to go. See you ladies soon. Bye, Steve. Thank you for being here. Yankee Doodle was a dandy, says Creative Travel. I love it. All right. So you had a topic that you wanted to that you wanted to talk about. Do you remember
Oh,
what that was? It's
yeah.
here. Tess just says, Nancy, bourbon, take it on the rocks, sip it, let the ice melt. It gets weaker as you go, works well for getting the buzz without getting too many drinks. 1 or 2 works.
Yeah, it's straight alcohol.
Usually 1 or 2 like regular drinks get me up there. Yeah, for sure. Steve is talking about kitchen floors must be clean, so he's off to clean those kitchen floors. So hope that you are doing well. Hang in there, and much love to Rooftop as well, Steve. So yeah. Oh, Julie said that the pina coladas on the celebration were very, very sweet. I switched to kiss on the lips, and it was yummy. So
the
yeah.
pina coladas can be a little over the top.
Crazy Cat, Traveler, a pumpkin spice latte at the Breakaway Starbucks totally counts. Absolutely. So yeah, what was we have 5 minutes. It's perfect time to introduce a new topic.
Is going to have time to respond.
Oh, you had a question for the audience, right?
I wanted to ask them something very specific about theater.
About the shows. Well, why don't we just ask what's been your favorite show that you've seen on a cruise ship? Why don't we ask that? We'll just put that question. That's not Hannah's question.
She has a reference.
She has a different
not my question.
I think my favorite show, I actually like the dramas. I really did enjoy 6 on Norwegian Breakaway, because they have more of a storyline and a musical. I like the Broadway shows a little more than the talent. I do have to say that I have liked on Carnival that oh man, it wasn't the Magnificent Circus. It was it was the one with the mystical story. You didn't get to see it on Carnival Horizon. It was one playing on Horizon. It was not playing on Celebration. Oh man, I am blanking on the name of it, but it was my favorite show. Oh, anyway, well, Mercy loved Mamma Mia. I would love to see that on a cruise ship. The Choir of Men on NCL says Jeannie. Hello, Jeannie.
What was that really funky one we saw in the Ovation?
Oh, the Ovation was
it was like that cool, like, let me take you into
the Ovation. It wasn't the water show.
We don't have the water show.
No, not on Ovation. What?
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
You don't?
Mm-mm. What funky one? Tell me more.
I don't remember what it like.
We're terrible with the details with the shows. Let's restart this next week and have this conversation. I need to do some research. I'm sorry, my mind is shot at the end of the night, but let's see what everybody else loves. Crazy Cat loved 6 on NCL and Showgirls on Royal Caribbean. Nice. Where was this in the main theater? On Ovation of the Seas.
The whole group went to see it.
Okay. And it was a show.
Was it like Akron? No, it was the Ovation of the Seas to Alaska.
And
whole group went. It was the really cool one where it was like, let me take you into this world. And then they had like the swimmer person that went down through the curtain, and there was all these actors.
Was that in the backstage? Was that in the special stage that was in the back, not the front stage? They had that. They have several stages on Ovation, kind of like that central stage on Ovation of the Seas. Like on Celebration has that side stage. They kind of have that on Ovation of the Seas. So I think that might have been it. And they had all kinds of, yes, I think that was the show that we all went to that you're thinking of. But the names of our shows we're blanking on. I'm sorry, you guys, for not knowing that. Julie loved the Elton John. Wait a second. Oh, hang on. Julie loved Elton John Impersonator on Princess. Hero on Symphony, says Mike from Nebraska. Jersey Boy, I heard of Jersey Boys as well. Jersey Boys on NCL, says Derek and Gregory. Spotlight Bar on Princess. Those shows. Oh my goodness. Crazy Cat says she hasn't seen Celestial Strings on Horizon because, let's see, one of the performances I had some kind of emergency, so it had to get canceled. One of the performers had some kind of emergency. Oh man, that's a bummer. It wasn't Celestial Strings. I will tell you next week. We'll have this
Celestial
conversation.
Strings.
It was pretty. Celestial Strings is a
That's
great show.
cool.
It's a very cool show. We were right by the show, right by that central stage where they were literally brushing their skirts right against us. So we had great seats for Celestial Strings. Anyway, it wasn't Pixels, but
No, it was Pixels.
was Pixels the name of your show? That yes, Pixels was on
Pixels.
Ovation.
It was Pixels.
Yes, Pixels,
Pixels
Crazy
was
Cat,
super cool.
you win.
That was it. It was
Yes,
so cool.
yeah, they had
all of these special effects.
yes, and so like they had somebody that
They had,
was
like dancers
like,
doing
swimming,
acrobatics.
like it was
all
like they were
around you.
swimming, but they were really on a
Like a
cord,
suspension.
like yeah,
Like a zero gravity.
really
acrobatic
so
suspension, like-
amazing. Well, we can talk about the shows next week. And we can talk a little bit about Christmas. I
And I
got a
can
little
propose
dressed
my
up
question.
for Christmas tonight because it's Christmas season. Happy December, all of you, all the Nautical family. And thank you so much for following along and for being at the live stream here tonight. And safe travels.
God bless.
And God bless. Take care, everybody.
See you later.
Bye.